What's up YouTube, Jerryland here with NOBA Tech, and I've been trying to figure out what video I want to make for my first video coming back after quite a bit of a hiatus. I've had quite a lot of life changes and big things going on lately, and in the next few videos you'll kind of see what's happening and you'll kind of be along for the journey. But I'm excited to say that today's video is not necessarily a review, but it's more of like a real life scenario, an informational based thing, a suggestion that I think is pretty great for you guys of why in mid-2019 I used my own money to buy two iPhone XRs. Hopefully this helps you out. I hate having to make these disclaimers, but no, this is not a sponsored video where Apple paid me to talk about how great their iPhone XR is. And yes, these are my very real own opinions that I just wanted to share with you guys to kind of help out my viewers. No, this is not an exact review of the iPhone XR, so if you want to watch a review video, go check out some of the awesome videos that a ton of great YouTubers have made out there. I think it's important to say that the new iPhone 11s are coming out pretty soon, probably around September, October time. So when you're thinking about buying a new iPhone right now, maybe consider waiting if you can hold out. But if not, the iPhone XR is still a great option, and I want to explain to you guys why. I switched over to Verizon, and in doing so, I thought about getting some new phones for me and my wife, or my wife and I, especially since her phone was locked to T-Mobile. And so with thinking about getting a new phone with my own money, not sponsored by anyone, I had to kind of figure out what was the best option for us in terms of pricing, in terms of usability, what was most worth it. And this is why this video came about. This is a very real thing, not a tech YouTuber, not a person with a lot of money. If you didn't know, both my wife and I are teachers, so no, we don't make a lot of money. But we needed to figure out what the best phone for us was with this new carrier. And when I did all my research and I looked at all the special deals that were going around, the iPhone XR seemed like it was the best bet, and here's why. Verizon, along with quite a few other companies, were running a BOGO deal on the iPhone XR. For my wife and I, it became a no-brainer. It was get an iPhone XR, you get another one free, then there's a $30 credit per line for a Costco gift card, so that's 60 bucks right there, and then there was another $60 per line Verizon credit bill, so that's another $120 right there. Just crunch those numbers and think about the savings that we had. In mid-2019, from a tech YouTuber, I still felt like it was actually worth it to get the iPhone XR, even though in a few months, the iPhone 11 is coming out. Okay, so some of the things that people worry about with the iPhone XR versus the XS and the XS Max, the screen, okay, we all get it, it's not as good a screen. But how many of you actually pixel peep and as a regular consumer, look at this screen and say, this XR screen is not as good as the XS Max screen. As someone who looks at 4K content often, quite often I don't really see a difference myself. Where I will say I've noticed a difference is that even though this camera right here is the same as one of the cameras on the iPhone X, XS, or XS Max, I've actually noticed a difference in picture quality. And it's a little bit strange to say because the pictures aren't worse. Obviously, like I said, it's one of the cameras that's on the XS and XS Max. But what's interesting is these feel a lot more saturated and just, they don't take pictures as well, I feel like, on the iPhone XR. Still decent pictures if you have good light, but for some reason it oversaturates things like crazy, especially on the front-facing selfie camera. Some of the things that I've noticed that I absolutely love about this phone compared to at least the iPhone X that I was using is that battery life on this guy has been amazing. It's been better than the X. I've tried the XS Max and it feels even better than that, which is weird. This feels like it has better battery life because even though there's a larger battery over there, it still draws more power from the tech in that phone. Another thing that I really like is having a slightly larger screen. So even though the screen quality isn't as good as my old iPhone X, I get a bigger picture on this guy now and I really enjoy that. Okay, so when it comes down to it, this is what I want to say to you. I love the iPhone XR. I love all the different color choices you get. The XS and XS Max, definitely, of course, if you can afford it, it's probably the better bet and the better phone. But as of right now, I say if you're gonna get a new phone, iPhone, get the iPhone XR or just wait for the iPhone 11. And of course, this is a tech channel, a product review channel. I'm not gonna leave you hanging, just talk about the iPhone XR and not leave you some good suggestions for cases to protect it or some other little accessories as well. So to help you out, we got 3 different phone case companies we're looking at right now. No, this is not geared toward just one phone case company. I wanted to show you some of my favorites that I've personally been using as well as my wife has been using. So check this out. My all-time favorite phone case and phone case company is the Kadabi Sheath phone case. And yes, they got new colors this year, and I absolutely love this blue one and this red one, especially since I got the red iPhone XR. Oh, it just pops off of the blue. You can see the little red through it a little bit, and then the red, oh my gosh, just looks so good. I didn't realize how much I loved red, shout out to MKBHD, until I got the iPhone XR in red. It's pretty dope. Okay, so my favorite thing about the sheath case is that it's not only protective, but it's very thin and minimal. So that's the thing. I used to use those tiny minimal cases like from the company Peel or Minimal or some other companies, including Kadabi, that makes these really thin cases that look sleek and look great. But I have shattered too many iPhones with those kind of cases. So this was the perfect in between. It's still really thin, it's still got that protective outer casing, and it's got a lot of shock absorption. I think this is my favorite case, period. You really need to check this case out if you've never. And if you guys reach out to me, I got quite a few of these. I'm down to help you guys out, hook you guys up. This isn't an official giveaway, but if you want one, let me know. I think there's tons of great cases, like from Apple's own cases. They feel really good, but I hate that they don't cover the bottom lip of your phone, and I've cracked and dented the bottom of my phone before using cases like that. So I love that these have a full 360 protection on the bottom, and the raised lip, oh my gosh, has literally saved my life so many times. Now what I love about Kadabi is for the person that wants to go even more protective, or the person that wants to go even more minimal, they got all different kinds of cases for that. So they got their synthesis, they got their lucid clear. I think this is a company you guys definitely need to check out. The next one I want to talk about is the Otterbox Symmetry case. This is a very sleek Otterbox case. It's not like the typical ones that you think about, that you see, that I would never put on my phone because they're too bulky. This is a very thin, very clean, but still very protective Otterbox case, and I am in love with this color. It's like a yellow, orange, tangerine color. It looks so good. Last but not least, the dark horse that came out of this year. I've used their products in the past, but I never had a chance to check out one of their cases. Very sleek, still very protective, and I love that it has the built-in mount. This is the phone case from Moment Lenses, and yes, they make super awesome lenses for your iPhone and other devices as well, like Pixels and Android phones, and you guys need to check this one out. This is a case that's very well made, but even more so, lets you adapt some really awesome lenses onto your camera. And like I said, the camera's still pretty good on the iPhone XR, but not as good as the XS and XS Max, where you can do the full portrait mode using the dual lenses and kind of get more range out of your zoom with better quality. And that's where the Moment lenses come in, and this is why I really wanted to specify this case at the end as well, to tell you that, hey, the iPhone XR is still a really great phone. Like I said, one of the biggest gripes I had was that I was kind of feeling like the camera quality wasn't as good as my iPhone X, especially when I wanted to zoom, which for some reason I do quite often when I take pictures. I get lazy. But I found a workaround for you guys, and that's with Moment. If you guys want any pricing information on any of these cases, phones, whatever, everything is linked down below in the description, so make sure you check out those links, click on those, they'll tell you everything you need to know and take you to where you can buy these different cases or phones. So if you're in the market for a new phone, definitely don't count out the iPhone XR. 50K is our next goal. Let's try to get there together. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name's Jerry Land with NOBA Tech, and huge giveaway at 50,000 subscribers.